everyone, it's Rachel and I am in front of the camera today as opposed to you just looking at my hands to film a bit of a Q&A session as part of my birthday week celebrations for the shop. And I thought I would just open it up really within the Facebook group and just say what do you want to know, what would you like to know about, anything about, you know, me, about planning, about the journey, how the shop started, anything really. So I've got a list of questions outside of me on Word. I'm using my webcam to film this, and I've got my planners because I know a few people have asked about those. And yeah, before I start getting into sort of the questions and things, and I'm really sorry, but you're going to need to grab a cup of tea like me because, or coffee, though I've given up coffee for Lent, but you know. Because it's probably going to be quite a long, rambly, chatty video, so I hope that's okay. I don't want to over edit it because I'd really like you to just get me really, rather than the bits that I'm comfortable showing you or think are the best bits or anything like that. Yeah, so yes, before I get into that, I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everyone who's part of the EllieBeth Designs community and the planner community in general and things, because it's something which I have gained so much from, and I'm not talking financially now, I'm talking about support and friendship and personal things. You know, the money and stuff has never ever been my motivation for doing any of this. It's always been about the community side of it and wanting to create something where women can come together, and men, there's not so many men in the planner community, let's face it, but where women can meet over a shared interest of planning and organising. But in looking at planning and organising, what you're doing is you're sharing your life and you're sharing your aspirations and your goals and your dreams. And in doing that, you end up making those connections with people. And you know, so many people are so down on social media and that it's separating us out from each other and it's destroying relationships, and yeah, it can have that effect if it's abused. But I know that for me, social media has brought me so many friends, and it's brought me so much enjoyment and fun and pleasure, and I hope it's put me in a place where I've been able to support and help other people as well, and to give back too. So yeah, I'm not always very good at words and mushy stuff, but I hope that my heart comes across in that's what I wanted to achieve. That's what my vision was when it all sort of started. To create something over here. I saw what was happening in the US. I thought that's really, really awesome. I wish we could have that over in the UK as well. And it's definitely developed. It was already there, don't get me wrong, it was already there, but the change in the things that have happened in the past year, 2 years or so, have been massive, and I don't think anyone would disagree with that. So, right, let's make a start showing some of these questions. Maisie wants to know, what's my favourite spread so far? So, I'm really sorry, this is going to be a cop-out answer, and it's going to go, it's generally whichever week I'm in is my favourite one. So, at the moment, birthday week, current planner. I've been hoarding a Scribble Prints kit. I'm trying to think what it was. Yeah, so I've been hoarding that, and I'm not going to show you because it has got personal stuff in for this week, so sorry. But I'm going to flick back and see if I can find you some other ones of my favourites. I really liked my January monthly view. That I definitely absolutely loved this year. I really enjoyed making that as well. What else have I enjoyed? Oh, my cute kitty. Yeah, loved that one this week. Generally, everything's got pink and blue in it. A bit daft really, isn't it? But yes, I do. I love pink and blue. What else have I really enjoyed? I'm going to go right back to my first planner and show you what that was like as well. So this was the end of 2013. I had... When was Elizabeth born? 2012. So, yeah, Eleanor had just started school. In September. I'd gone back to work after Elizabeth had turned 1, probably about, I think it's about July-ish. And for sort of the second half of my maternity leave, I was really focused on organising and getting house sorted and decluttering and all of this kind of thing. And sorry, the printer's about to run out of paper. I'm just going to have to sort it out. Multitasking. There we go. Oh, right. So, yes, I was really focused on getting the house in order, and I came across a bowl full of lemons, the blog, and I Heart Organising as well, and I was looking at all those. I was on Pinterest, and I came across an Erin Condren planner, and I just went, oh, I need one of those. And I must have lusted after these, and it was lust. It was proper, I really, really want that in my life and need it, and will do anything to justify it. For a good 6-7 months, I tried a personal planner on personalplanner.com. I tried an organised mum diary. I tried all sorts. There just wasn't anything in the UK that was even remotely similar in terms of colour and functionality and fun. At that point, washi tape and stickers were barely even heard of, believe it or not. Obviously, scrapbooking was there. I don't know what was going on there because I never really have been a scrapbooker. I've not really got into that at all. And so yeah, so I finally took the plunge, ordered my first Erin Condren. And this was it was at the start of, here you go, 3rd of November 2013, EC ordered. And it shipped on, whatever day that is, Thursday the 7th, and it arrived on the 12th of November. So there you go. That's where I got my first one, back in the day. And I then ended up being away at a course in Wolverhampton with work, and my career as a financial advisor at the time. And that course sparked off some real questions for me. I'm sorry, I'm totally not answering the question, but I am kind of giving you answers to other questions that come up with, like how I got into planning and, you know, what happened and stuff. So, bear with me. Yeah, Laura wanted to know what were my reasons for starting my shop. I'm getting to that. So, yeah, so I was away, and during that time, I had some real questions about whether I was going to carry on in my job or not. Was I going to come out of work? If so, when would it be? What would it look like? And as ever, you know, it's the financial aspect of that was really frightening. Eleanor had started school, as I said, and although I was only working 3 days a week, realistically I was working much more than that because the nature of the job was that work came home with you. It's the way it is. You know where I'm coming from with that, I imagine. And she was in school from 8 in the morning until 5:30 at night. Elizabeth was at nursery from about 7:30 in the morning till 6 at night for 3 days. It was too much. It really was too much. We had a very unhappy 4-year-old, a 1-year-old that didn't know what had hit her, and it just felt like our family was just going and going and going and going and going until something was going to break. And, you know, I take my hat off to those parents who have both mum and dad working and the kids in childcare. And please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but for our family, it wasn't right. And so we decided, when I came back from that course, me and Luke, we sat down, we got a big piece of paper, big A3 piece of paper, went back to basics. So I've always been paper and pen, and obviously lots of coloured pens with this. We sat down and wrote a budget, and we wrote it from the bottom up, by which, what I mean is we didn't start with how much we had and worked out how to spend it. We started with what we needed to spend and saw what the figure was at the end of it. And after we'd done that, and it was all beautifully colour-coded and lovely, as you would expect, we found that the figure we had was 90% of Luke's income. That was making massive cutbacks in terms of we were going to give up a car, we were going to give up a car, we were going to give up holidays, we were going to switch from shopping at Tesco to Aldi, we were going to make some really big lifestyle changes, but it was because the children needed me at home, and because our family I don't think we'd have survived it otherwise. We just weren't really going to function very well. I certainly wasn't. Excuse me. So the 90% was really significant because as Christians we tithe, And so it was like God was saying, yeah, there you go, see, you're fine, you can still give to me as well. I've still, you know, honoured that. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions about any of that stuff, feel free to leave them down below or contact me. Always happy to discuss it. But it just felt like the real, yeah, this is going to be okay. So we planned a sensible time for me to finish work, which would mean that we could save up and have some money at the back of us. And then the next week the wheels fell off, and I was put in a position where I had to basically choose to resign overnight or go through a very, very difficult process, which would have been unpleasant and nasty, and we just went, no, this is not worth it. And you know what you can't buy? You know what you really can't buy is time, because I got an extra 4 months with my girls, and immediately that I finished work, I had happy children. I had a little girl, I had an Eleanor who skipped off into school in the morning and came home and wasn't falling asleep and trying to eat a tea at 6 o'clock at night, and it was right. So that was big changes. 2014 was all about the colour coding. Just to come back to the planner, it was all about colour coding, you can see there. My decluttering and tidying continued. I had all sorts of stuff that I was like, right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do the other. And I really was very much wanting to push on and just get things in order. And it was a real year of change, 2014, as you can imagine. I started using my planner for jotting down things that happened during the day, little bits of journaling about the kids. It had in the 1000 gifts challenge, the joy dare, where you basically look for 3 things that you're grateful for every day, and they've got different categories. So for example, on the 18th of February it was 3 gifts on paper, and I wrote down a Valentine's card, my Bible and music. I got back into playing the piano much more. You know, I'd always played piano as a kid, did a music degree, but I'd not had the time to play so much. I began piano teaching. I loved it. I eventually invested in an Erin Condren teacher planner, like you do. You know, the Erin Condren obsession was real by this point. And yeah, things carried on, and I'm sorry, I'm just stopping because I've just noticed that on the 23rd of February in 2014, I've got a sticker there which says, if you can read that, made these to try out. I never even realised, because the shop's birthday, it's the 23rd of February. So 1 year before I opened my shop, I was making my first stickers out of that scrapbook paper and a Xyron sticker maker. Ooh, just have chills down the back of my spine then. Anyway, so yeah, so things kind of ticked along in 2014. We adjusted to having one car. Me and the kids were walking to school, which was a mile and a half away. Some days a week, hubby would cycle to work. Some days it was big changes. All through it though, my Erin Condren became a place where, in all of that uncertainty of were we going to be okay, would we have enough money, it came a place where I could go, actually, yeah, we are all right, and I could, you know, jotting down the gratitude stuff just kept my focus where it needed to be and what I had. And that's one reason why I do stick with Erin Condren, Anna, since you wanted to know, is that I think there is an emotional connection to it, because my first Erin Condren was bought at a time of such change in my life. I told you I don't do mushy very well, but you get where I'm coming from. So life ticked on. We came through spring, summer. I'm flicking back through my planner now. And yeah, and then I discovered the joy that is washi tape, which is rather marvellous stuff, it has to be said. And I went through and I divided all my planner up with washi tape down the weekend, because that's what, you know, you were doing at that point. I had washi tape on the edges of the pages, which I quite like, but it's a bit fussy now. So she likes no white space planning. there weren't really any Etsy sticker shops at that point. There might have been a couple all over in the US, but they weren't really doing very much. It hadn't really started. It really hadn't started to build, but it was ready, you know. Erin Condren then brought out their designer sticker sheets. You'll see some of them there, little bits. Ooh, left and right mixed up. As they kind of went, oh, you're all using washi and things to decorate your planner with. Oh dear, stickerate. I should so trademark that word. That's a fabulous word. And yeah, and I then hit a real low point where in summer 2014, I was diagnosed with depression. That was a real moment. And at that point, this became even more important to me because actually one of my real ways of coping and things that I found help was colour and planning and just writing things down and ticking them off. And it really was a means to help me get through from day to day. And it was something that had always been there, you know, because I've always planned, always had a diary. But now it was so much more than that. And you know, there'll be things in the back of this planner in terms of the notes where I've got lists of things that help me and things that help me feel better and things that get me through. I've got on that week where I really, really just went, you know what, I can't do this. I've got written down a morning routine and an evening routine, and just the act of writing that down in colour made me feel better, made me help me feel a little bit better. And so that kind of ticked on, and you know, I now, a year and a half on, I can sit and say, do you know what, I'm recovering well and truly. And planning and the support I've had in the planning community, even though I've not necessarily been open and said, hi, I am recovering from, but it has helped. And I always think that you never know on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, you never know what that other person is necessarily going through. So all you can do is well, why would you not be nice to them for a start? But also, you never know how you, even just liking their picture might give them that little boost that they need that day. Just a thought. So yeah, so life went on. Then it became all about the cutting the Erin Condren event stickers in half to get more in a monthly spread, because I got really sick of taking up all the box spend. And then it got to the end of 2014 and stickers started happening, and I was watching what was happening on things like the We Love Erin Condren groups. There was lots of stuff going on. There was a bit of momentum happening. New life planners came out, and it would have been October, and I sat down, I went, Luke, will you make me some sticker icons, because you're really good with PowerPoint and stuff. And Luke sat one day with my MacBook, or might be a laptop, can't remember, and he designed me all of these icons, many of which I still use now. Things like the piggy bank, that's his, the coffee cups, the trolleys. He designed all of those. And I made my first lot of stickers, which was go and get a sticker sheet with them already pre-cut little labels and try and line it up on a template in your printer. It doesn't always work very well. Then I found out about silhouettes, and so then it was all about, I want a silhouette portrait. I really would like that. I wonder if I could make my own. Oh, what if I could? That'd be amazing. And it wasn't until early 2015, the end of January, so I can get my 2015 one now, when I kind of, we got to a point, bear in mind I was still, you know, we were on two cars by then. We were on two. And we'd actually found that in the early part of 2014, we'd been blessed with so much financially that we could never have foreseen. It was things like a council tax rebate. The council tax ban was changed and they backdated all the payments. It's like, whoa. And there was other things as well happened. And we did actually replace my company car. So we'd gone back to 2 cars. Me and the kids didn't have to walk to school. And yeah, it was a time of amazing blessing, and just seeing that when you're obedient in little things, God meets you and blesses you with big things. And it came round to the end of January, and we had a little bit of spare money, and I said to Luke, please can I have a portrait? Please, 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 please. And it dropped in my head one afternoon. After that, I was sat, I think I posted a photo on Instagram a while back. I was sat in a coffee shop having a bit of a put it all on paper, get it all out my head, because, you know, it had been a rough few months for me, you know, mental health wise and things. And I just went, I've got to let this go, actually. I've got to stop agonising about what's happened and look to the future. And it dropped in my head, open a sticker shop on Etsy. And I just went, really? Okay. And I thought, well, I suppose maybe if I sell a few sheets a week, say 3 or 4, that'd be really nice, because then I'll have paid for the machine by summer, when, you know, it'll be summer holidays, and then we'll have that money ready to maybe have a couple of days out. That was my aim, was to make enough money that I'd paid for my portrait, and we could have some days out with the kids in summer. And that's how I started. I had no idea that the UK was so ready, and that there were so many people out there, really, who wanted stickers, just like me. I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only crazy woman, in the UK who wanted to, you know, do this in her planner. So the shop began, and in the first week it started to gain momentum. I couldn't design fast enough, and I just thought, wow, this is amazing, actually. And even at that point, I was still at this thing of, it's just a small business, it's just going to be a little sideline for me. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew. April the 1st came, and Lucy Attic over at Attic 24, crochet blogger and lovely lady that lives over in Skipton in Yorkshire. I think it's Skipton. And she got in touch with me and said, can you make some crochet stickers? I really love your stuff. And I was like, yeah, I probably could, actually. So I did, and she posted it on her blog, and 140 sets of them sold in one day. And I was like, oh my word. And after that, it just completely took off, really. I was using Facebook, I was using Instagram. I suppose I was already in the community, so I'd already seen the sort of things that were posted, the sort of things that people were wanting. But now I was in a position where I could meet that need. And it has been a whirlwind. It really has. And so I'm just going to try and pick in on here and pick up a few more of these questions. So my reasons for starting my own sticker shop was simply that, it was about, I wanted to make stickers myself, and I thought I might sell a few that I could then pay for the machine with to have the family days out in the summer. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look through. Okay. So that's kind of the story of how we got to where we are now, a little bit. To answer Maisie's question, sorry Maisie, so what my favourite weekly spread is, I still have a lot of affection for my April into May of last year, because I just like the colours and they're pretty, and I just thought they were really nice. And they got a What's New Wednesday sticker on as well. So, so that was all. Most of those were my stickers. I think pretty much all. Let's just have a little. Oh, those fences are coming back soon. Keep an eye out. I was experimenting with clear sticker paper as well. It smudges. Didn't like it. So I think that is probably one of my favourite spreads, just because the colours are so pretty. I also really like Eleanor's birthday week spread, because it's just pink and lovely like she is. And let me have a look, see if there's any others that really stand out to me. August was pretty much the first time, and July, that I really decorated my monthly spreads. I thought they were really nice. I was quite pleased with how they came out. Let's have a little look through. You see, I'm just looking here and I'm like, even in the last few months that my style has changed so much, you know, there's kind of, that was a Scribble Prints mystery box that I did before we were going on holiday, which I really liked, the mermaid theme. And yeah, let's have a flick through a little bit more. This is one I didn't like because I don't like orange very much. I don't really like October colours. I have to come. Oh, whoops! My cover's come off. I have to come up with some ideas for October this year. Rainbow Week. You can't go wrong with a good rainbow. Rainbows really do have a real special place to me. That's why so many of my colour palettes are rainbows. You know, that's part of where my inspiration comes from. Is just the colours around us, and rainbows to me are hope, and they are that mark that of faithfulness, that even after the most horrendous storms, you know, there will be change, and I certainly experienced that. What else did I really like in terms of spreads? What did I do for Christmas week? Christmas week. I liked Christmas week. It was green and lovely, and rainbow and colourful as well. So yes, there we go. So that's that one. So yeah, so favourite spreads, they do vary. Generally anything that's got either rainbows, pink or blue in. Right, what motivates me? How to decide on new designs? What motivates me? Ooh. Ultimately, everything I make is for somebody to use. And I hope that what I make is going to brighten up their day. So in terms of what motivates me, it's people. It is people, and it's that wanting to make a difference in someone's day, whether it's to mark something that's a bit, don't really want to, you know, go to the dentist or whatever, or to journal about something that was really fantastic, or even just for them to sit and enjoy the process of planning and the process of sticking stickers in a book, because it's fun. You know, I think we're all still 10 or 11 inside. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, we are designed to be creative. And if that's a way of being creative that somebody enjoys, I think that's fantastic. Definitely. How do I come up with new designs? Oh, well, often it'll be something that I need myself. So the meal planning stickers I'd experimented with in the monthly colours and the rainbow ones, I'd needed a way of meal planning. I'd not gone there yet. I'd not done them yet because I didn't need them. And hear me right, I do make stickers that I don't need, because let's face it, I don't really go to the gym very much, but I have fitness stickers. I enjoy making the stickers that I like using. And I also enjoy making stickers that I know somebody else is going to enjoy using or needs. So ideas come from all over the place, and I always have an ongoing ideas list, and there's generally 10% of it crossed off that I've done, and 90% I'm like, oh, I could do that, oh, I could do this, oh, I could do the other. And I do just there's just so many ideas that come into my mind. I enjoy browsing on Etsy for different clip art and digital papers and things. You know, I do use that for a lot of my designs. But generally, I will just make things that I like. Which is why there's no snake stickers yet, because I don't like snakes. Anyway, I suppose in terms of, right, Anna wanted to know if I could design any stickers that I haven't yet, what would they be? Ooh, well, I can't say too much because some of these are mystery kit ideas that I've not done yet. But I really want to do some butterflies and things, because again, it's that thing of transformation and hope and things. So I want to do some butterfly stickers. I need some good summer holiday stickers we need as well. And then often. I mean, I really like the ones that you see out, like the kind of adult awards. I don't mean adult like adult, I mean adult like grown up. Oh dear, you know what I mean. I washed my hair today, I did the cooking today, I cooked from scratch, things like that. But I feel like there's so many places have done them, I don't know how to put my own spin on it yet. So yeah, but I do like those, I do very much, because quite frankly I do feel like I deserve a shiny star sometimes when I've cooked a meal. So yeah. As to why I chose and stick with Erin Condren, yeah, it came out of that period of time when I was sort of in a real organising place, and I just love the colours. You know, all you need to plan is that and that. You just need a planner and a pen, and just because it's pretty inside automatically means it's pretty in my world. And that kind of answers what somebody needs to start planning. All they need is a planner and a pen. And you don't even really need a planner, you just need paper and a pen. And that then really does come down to your own creativity and what you can do with it. So yeah, I stick with Erin Condren because I just love the colour. I love the colours. I like that you can change the covers. That's really nice. Although I have way too many of them now. And that doesn't mean that I don't like other planners. I do, and I've tried so many. As I said before, I got my own Condren. I tried all the WH Smith's layouts. I tried Filofax. I tried Organised Mum. I tried Personal Planner, but it wasn't an Erin Condren, and that's what I wanted, because I wanted the colour and the fun and the little nice things within it. I mean, today is a mad busy day, so I have actually gone to a day on a page inserts in my Carpe Diem planner, but the main bulk of the week is still planned in an Erin Condren. Does that make sense? I really am liking as well my So Much Crafting inserts. A week on 4 pages for personal, and they fit the Erin Condren box sizes, so I'm like, ooh, I can use my stickers in there, and that's really cool. I think as well, I'm a kind of a person who I almost need boxes to fill in rather than a completely blank page. Blank page scares me. If somebody said, right, here's a blank page and a pen, I would actually plan your week. I'd be like, I'd be drawing boxes immediately. So I do like the structure of it too. Definitely. Okay, let's have a look at some more questions on here. I'm just going to have a mouthful of tea as well. Let's have a see. Favourite stickers to make? Anything that is colourful. Which is funny because I've got some that are coming out next week that are black and white. Let's have a see. Okay. Yeah, putting together a kit for someone who's never done planning before, what would be in it? Planner and a pen and an Etsy gift card. Okay, that's kind of the sensible approach, is that all you need is a planner and a pen. But really what I would really love to give them would be some, if they were having an Erin Condren, I'd give them some like basic stickers in the monthly colours. So things like the monthly event ones that I have that fit in the monthly view. Some scallop boxes, some arrows, dots, and then some fun quote ones as well. Maybe a bit of washi tape, maybe, depends on the person. But yeah, or if they were just one of those that need everything colour coded, I'd just give them a planner and a pack of 10 different coloured pens. So yeah, know your audience, definitely. Let's have a see, what else have we got? How do I decide on designs for a new kit, and where do I get inspiration from? I think we've touched on those a little bit. Again, inspiration comes from all around. It could be anything. Sometimes it's things that, one of my daughter will say to me, oh mummy, I need a sticker for this. She's got a happy planner, she loves it. That's Eleanor. Decide on designs for a new kit. again, like I say, I do browse a lot on Etsy. I try not to look at what everyone else is doing, which is very hard because I do like sticker shopping for myself. But I do try not to look at things too much, because it's an awkward thing, because the very nature that there are so many shops, literally hundreds now, designing for the same planner with the same kind of colours means that there's going to be similarities there completely. But I like to try and put, sort of do it how I would use it. And sometimes that means that things don't happen because I go, right, okay, we won't do that then. But other times you kind of think, yeah, really like this. I do have favourite clip art artists and things. I have so much respect for people who can draw from scratch and create things that are completely new and unique. I wish I could do that. And yeah, in terms of what I contain within a new kit, what stickers are actually in there, that's always kind of an evolving thing. So recently you'll have seen, like with the last mystery kit, I added in the headers that I'd added into the to do today little things, and then the different ones for sidebar. And I'd been using those myself for a while, but I hadn't been sure if there was a demand for them. I thought, well, we'll test it and I'll put them out to coordinate with my kits and things, and we'll see how that goes. And there was also a bit as well about the fact that I knew that the person who kind of started doing those categories as well was using other kit shops' kits that contained those headers in too. So there was kind of that, yeah, this is a generic sticker type now as well. And yeah, definitely just trying to look at how I set up a week, and putting things together in that I need to use, but also seeing what other people, how they plan their weeks and therefore what they need. So for me, I was quite happy having 6 full boxes, for example, in a kit, because I did my weekend differently. So it's like, I need to have 7 or 8. There's just not enough here for me. And that's fine. So we adjust the kit and we do it. Somebody made a really good point about the layout on my mystery kit from last month, about how I could get an extra full checklist. I was like, genius, love that. So I'll use that. But yeah, it's always evolving, definitely always evolving. Let's have a look, see what else we've got. Okay. Do I feel like my work and home life is balanced? Ooh, that's a very good question. At the moment, yes. Because I've made changes in just this year that have meant that I have a greater distinction between the two. But I would say for a good long while, because I work in my house, I work at home, it's very easy. Like this morning, I've left a load of washing in. I know it's finished, but I'm not going to deal with it until after I pick the kids up. So it's that thing of going, yes, I'm at home, but I'm at work. Or I'm at work, but I'm at home. You know what I mean? And I think balance it's about perception. I mean, I suppose I just feel so blessed, really. Seriously. I mean, I get to work in a lovely sunny room most of the time. Apart from when it's raining, I can listen to whatever I want in terms of music. I can watch YouTube videos whilst I work. I can, I don't just watch planner stuff, but I will watch things that I want to listen to as well, and kind of development stuff and learning and things, and that's really, really good. And I suppose that, it wasn't until May last year that Elizabeth started 2 days at nursery. And that was so that I could have 2 days a week dedicated to work. And then from September, she's been 4 school days at nursery. So, I do sort of compressed days. So in terms of actual work hours, I have 22 a week, sort of 4 5.5 hour days. But the reality is I work far more than that. I will work evenings, I'll work around the kids. Probably once a month I might work a full Saturday when Luke's here and he'll take the girls out. So it is much more, but that's better than it was when I could literally work every minute of every day. And I could do that very easily. But I don't want to, because the whole point of my business is for my family and for people and for me to enjoy. It's not for profit. I don't mean that in the sense of I don't make any profit. Yes, I do. But that's not the aim. That's not the goal. That's not the thing that I wake up in the morning and think, oh, I can't wait to go and make stickers or go and design or go and do this or go and do the other because of. That's not the aim. The aim is always about the people that it affects. And that's what I love. And that's probably the best thing about running my own shop, is that it's about the people it can impact on. It really is. And again, I'm kind of going a bit quiet because I'm like, it's so hard to express what's here without sounding trite or scripted. But where my heart is for people, and it is for, as I say, for the women who will sit and plan and enjoy that. And that might be for that busy mum. It might be her 5 minutes in a day that she gets for herself to do something that she enjoys, and that's important. And what a privilege to be part of that, and what a privilege to contribute towards that. Or it might be it might simply be for somebody at work who's just jotting down something that they've got to do. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody who plans needs to be in dire straits or everything. Don't misunderstand me there. If there's one thing that I've learned in the last sort of 18 months, and particularly in the last year or so, it's that time for myself to focus on what I enjoy and I like doing is not selfish. It's necessary. And it doesn't have to be necessary so that I can be a better mum, so that I can be a better wife. It can just be necessary because so that I can enjoy my life. In a world that says, you've got to strive and achieve and be productive all the time, I think it can be quite difficult to go against that grain and say, actually, I'm going to have an hour a week when I go for coffee and I'll sit in a coffee shop and I might do some planning, or I might read something, or I might just do something that's purely for enjoyment with no other purpose. And yeah, so there you go. So yes, I do feel like I'm quite balanced at the moment in terms of work-home life. Perhaps after the shop reopens in half an hour and everything kicks off this week, I might be saying a little bit differently, but I planned for it, so hopefully that'll be good. Sorry, that was... Oh, Luke sent me some random BBC news story like he does. He likes to send me a news digest at lunchtime, which is really lovely. Right, worst thing about running my own shop. Ooh, worst thing. When I get it wrong. Whether that is that I've sent a sticker sheet out that's not quite printed or cut properly, or even down to when I've not done something that I could have done for fear of, what people think or something like that. But yeah, when I get it wrong. And I hope that I'm big enough now that by which I mean not a big enough shop, but I hope that I am mature enough in myself to be able to say, do you know what, I've made a mistake there, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to put it right. Or, I've made a mistake there, I'm so sorry. And perhaps that is all it takes. But yeah, the worst thing is the mistakes. Definitely. Because they're going to happen. I'm human. I am human. And mostly. And, there are... Well, you can see the stock boxes sat over there, the 3 on the top and 2 down the bottom. there are going to be, I mean, there's probably a couple of thousand sheets of stickers in there. There's going to be some that have got mistakes on, guys, and I'm sorry, but there is going to be an error rate, and all I can really do is try and minimise that. And I have processes in place to do that, but also when it does go wrong, put it right for you if that's happened. But I think for the vast majority, things go very right, because I read every review that's written on the shop, and they're so lovely, and it really cheers me up sometimes. And sometimes when I'm like running around here like a mad thing trying to pack orders and send stuff to the printer, which I really need to go and do because it's stopped printing, then it's kind of, it's seeing that little bit of feedback at the end of it that says, I really like what you did, thank you. And that's one of the best bits. Diddly-dee, what else have we got? Oh, Catherine, yes, faith planner and journal. Right, so you started a prayer journal during Lent, and any recommendations for how to keep one? Okay. I don't know, because to be honest with you, I'm a bit rubbish with mine. Sorry, you don't want to know that, do you? You want me to have all the answers. But it's probably, hopefully, quite reassuring that I don't have all the answers. I need to get back into that. Thank you for bringing that up for me. I do like the Anne Voskamp 1,000 Gifts Challenge, and I jot that down. That's just a little bit of a thing. I've not done it for a while though, so I need to get back into that. But I think because now I have so many moments in a day where I go, thank you, and I have that gratitude, it's almost like the habit's developed. But like all habits, they have to be maintained, don't they? So yes, I need to get back on with that. Or I'm going to get back on with that. I also have a little notebook that lives in my handbag, and in that notebook I'm allowed to be messy. I'm allowed to write in any colour pen that I've got to hand at the moment. I'm allowed to underline things without a ruler. I'm allowed to jot things down, squiggle things down, do anything. And I kind of needed something that was completely out of the box, saying that I like boxes. In this I need something that's not in the box, but that's where I write down any verses that stand out to me, any little things that pop into my mind, any little reflections, anything that I feel like God's saying to me at the moment, any quotes from different books that I'm reading, sermon notes, all sorts, anything from YouTube videos that I'm watching, anything like that. And I just have that, and that kind of is my faith journal really at the moment. So it's not pretty, and it's not planned out in any way. It's just a notebook and a pen, but the cover's pretty, and that makes me happy. And on the front of it has a sticker, of course, and the sticker says grace, not perfection. Because I think, like I was trying to get into towards before, we can get so caught up on, I've got to make my planner perfect and beautiful and brilliant, because then my life will look like it's in order. Well, yes, there is a lot of pleasure in creating something that's beautiful. Of course there is. But if the aim of that is to make it look like your life's in order, you kind of miss the point, I feel. Because really a planner is a tool. It's something there to help. And that thing of grace, not perfection, and progress, not perfection, I think is really important. And that kind of links in with a lot of my thoughts around sort of social media and the fact that what we see are people's highlights reel. Sorry, I'm going off on one here. Sorry, not sorry. But we see people's highlight reel. We see what they choose to share with us. And perhaps that's something about the planner community that's a little bit different, is that actually when we share our planners, if we do it regularly, we probably share the mess ups and the mistakes as much as we share the really, really good stuff that we're like, oh, that's just perfect. Somebody's asked about sticking stickers on straight. I can't, and I don't. When I get it straight, I'm amazed. I'm like, wow, I got it straight. But I'm not going to go faffing around, because to be honest with you, the process is the fun bit for me as well. But yeah, lots of practice though. Line up the corners and bottom upwards. That helps. So I've discovered. And repositionable stickers. That was an absolute must-have when I opened my shop. I was like, I've got to have repositionable paper because I can't stick stuff and then not be able to move it. So yeah, where was I going off on then? Oh yeah, things of perfection. Okay. As somebody who's recovering from perfectionism, I say recovering because it's a process, it can be absolutely crippling to feel that what you do isn't good enough, will never be good enough, is not as good as that person. But also it can also be restricting to think that what you do actually is good enough and it's better than this, because it stops you striving. There's that saying, isn't there, comparison is the thief of joy, and it really, really is. I think if you compare yourself to other people, then you measure once, but you cut twice. And that's something that Anne Voskamp had on her blog, A Holy Experience, which is linked in with the 1000 Gifts. I thought, yeah, you really do. And what she means by that is when you compare yourself to another person, if you're saying you're better than me, what you're doing is you're saying I'm not good enough. That's the first cut. And you are then stopping that person by almost putting them on a pedestal and saying, well, I'm not going to ask them about that, I'm not going to talk to them about that. You deprive them of an opportunity to come alongside and to help. And equally, from the other way, if you're saying, oh yes, I've got that all sorted and I am good enough and I'm perfect, been there, done that, then you are immediately cutting everybody else down because you're putting them down. But also for yourself, you're not allowing your flaws to show, you're not allowing somebody to see the real you. And it's only when the real person comes through and is seen that you can really make connection and relationships, I think. There you go. That's my philosophical idea for today. And I think that's where planner community, it's about the community bit. The planner is the thing that's brought us together, but the community is the thing that keeps us there. Ooh, that was good. Ooh, that was a really good line, wasn't it? I should say that again. The planner is the thing that brings us together, but it's the community that we find that keeps us there and deepens the connections and means that we make those real connections. Not between, this is my Facebook profile, this is my Facebook profile, oh, yours looks nice, so does yours. But actually, I'm struggling with this. Has anybody got any ideas about that? Yeah, I have. When I was doing that, I did this. That's community, isn't it? Helping each other. I love it when I see things going on in the background of people saying, there's been an instance recently where someone's not been very well, and so somebody had an idea to get a group of planner girls together to do something for that person. But you know what it really challenged me about? Because I was like, yeah, of course we'll do that. How many people that I know in my local community have I done that for? It just pulled me up a little bit short, that one. So, yeah, there you go. This is turning into a big ramble, isn't it? Sorry. If you're still watching, well done. Right, let's see if we've got any more questions. Let's see. If I could have done anything differently since opening, what would it be? Whew, that's a biggie. Give me a minute, I need a cup of tea. What would I have done differently? I think early on I discovered that I needed to make systems that were scalable. So, for example, I started off, all of my designs just had a file name. They were rainbow arrows, they were honeycomb half boxes, and quite early on I was like, actually this doesn't work for filing them, it doesn't work for being able to find things. So now I fairly early on, I think it was around the April, I put in the EBD numbers, the EllieBeth Designs numbers. So I had like just a little number that was attached to that. It then meant all my files in Dropbox were nice and neat. And in the boxes over there, it means that I can file stuff really easily. they're still a work in progress. They really are. It's hard. So yes, that was a biggie, was having things that were scalable. I think, what else would I have done differently? Don't know. And I'm not meaning that to sound like, oh, I got it all right. I just mean that, well, I suppose I wouldn't be here if I hadn't done things in the way that I have. Do you know what I mean? I've always been very conscious, and this is something that I had to change an attitude about. I can very easily become a work addict completely, where when I've got an interest in something, it becomes all consuming. And so something very early on that, you know, it's actually Luke really challenged me about. It's like, well, hang on a minute, you're working on Sundays, that's not okay. I was like, yeah, you're right actually. Because there's got to be that separation between work and home, and family time and church time and things, and yeah, so definitely boundaries, I think, and having them in my mind as to, right, this is my boundary. You know, you'll notice, you may not even have realised, but generally on social media I go quiet after about 8 o'clock at night, if not before, and my phone's actually on silent and do not disturb, because there were that many notifications going all the time from Etsy, from Facebook, from Instagram, from YouTube, from email. I was just like, I was actually starting to go, oh, I must respond to that. I must pick up my phone and I must answer that right now. Actually, no. I mean, my phone's been sat there for an hour or two. There's a gazillion Instagram notifications because of the giveaways, but that's okay. I don't need to go and deal with those now. So yeah, boundaries, big one. Okay, upcoming goals for the shop, and what do I see? What's the future for EllieBeth? Ooh. Upcoming goals. I don't know, in some ways, how much I want to share of it, because it makes it real if I do. Ooh, do you know what I mean? I think, you know, in the last year there's been such growth and development, and in the last 4 months there's been such growth and changes. It's felt like every month there's been a change, you know, whether it was adding the second portrait, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth and the sixth, adding another printer, moving the conservatory around, rearranging things down here. I mean, this as you see it now is going to probably be different in a week because I'm changing my desk. I need to have a reshuffle and a rethink in here. You know, it's meant to be our dining room, but we don't really eat in here anymore. Sorry Luke, if you're watching this and this first you know of it, I might be getting rid of the dining table. But yeah, there's kind of, no, I won't be doing that. It's important to have that. We do have a breakfast bar in the kitchen that we eat at as well, but no, you need a table to eat around as a family. It's important. So there's things like that, you know, I've thought about I have a list in my shop, Carpe Diem planner, that just has a section of ideas, and they basically are random ideas, and they are ideas for one day. And I don't know when those will be. You know, there's things on there like, I'd love to do a children's range of stickers, or I would like to design a planner one day. I'd like to do that. I would love to, where's that page gone? I've got stuff like, you know, I want to be able to do custom requests again. But to do that, I need more capacity. To get more capacity, I kind of need to wait until September for Elizabeth to go to school, or I need to add more staff. To add more staff, I need more space. It becomes very chicken and egg. I've got Ellie, my sort of part-time employee, she's at college at the moment, and she's doing a few hours each week for me, and she's been fab actually. She sits and she runs these machines, and she's got it. But do I need somebody else? Because she can't obviously work during the day because she's at college. So will staffing change? I don't know. I really don't know. But I think when I sat down and I wrote my big list of ideas and stuff for this year, at the top of it I wrote down that EllieBeth Designs UK, EBD UK, a real business. In other words, I was going to stop treating it as, oh yeah, I just make stickers, and actually go, I have a shop, an online shop. It's a business that does this. It's my business. My business. That's important to me. You know, I have thought about investment and things like that. I've thought even down to, would I borrow money to finance any big changes in the business? My answer at the moment is no, I wouldn't. I don't want any debt in the business. And then the key thing for me is it's God inspired and it's God led. And you know, I have that faith. It's absolutely crucial to me, because it's life-giving ultimately, and it's hope, and I know that nothing good within my life has come from anywhere apart from him. I believe that. And so yeah, so there's key principles behind how I run my business, absolutely, and whatever the future holds, they will continue to hold water and be the benchmark, I think. I have got plans for possibly my own website. I'll have to see what happens there. There's a lot of decisions that need to be made at the back of that, and a lot of things I need to weigh up and look at. But yeah, I think there's good things in future, and there is part of me that goes, in 10 years, will EllieBeth Designs UK still be doing stickers? Will something have changed? I don't know. But because this is where it's very freeing not to be doing this for the money. Let's put it on the table. I don't do this for the money necessarily. Because I can go, well, actually, I can follow this where it goes, and I don't have to worry about that side of it. And that's one of my reasons around things like, I don't want to take any debt into the business. I would hate to borrow for it, because I just think, no, I never want to be in a position where I have to get up in the morning, have to come down here and have to work. I want to always be in that position where I want to get up in the morning and I want to come down here and I want to work. And having been in a place where, you know, when I was pretty bad, where I would wake up in the morning and wish I hadn't done, that's a really big shift for me, and that's a really, really key thing for me. So yeah, I hope that's okay. I think I've been through all the questions now. Let's just have a little look. Oh, big long waffle. I've got a sore throat. Goodness me. Let's have a see. So yes. Oh, how do I turn off the family time when you're all so excited on here? Let's have a think. Well, it's deliberate. It's a deliberate choice. And ultimately it's a deliberate act of will to say, no, that phone's going on silent. I'm not looking at it. I'm shutting the door to the conservatory. I'm not going in there. Yeah, that's hard. The most trickiest bit for me is when Eleanor will say to me at a weekend, Mummy, can we make some stickers for my planner? Because it starts to feel like I'm working. Or I'll be like, oh, I could just pop across whilst that's printing to sort, yeah. So it's things like that I have to be really deliberate about. And I think that's the case with anything, isn't it? You know. Oh, binder kits. Right, let's have a look. The binder sets, yes. Do I plan on making any more? I don't know, is my answer at this point. I have done quite a few things for personal file facts that I use myself. Yeah. Will I print my other sheets with them? The problem with that is that at the moment on an A4 sticker sheet, because of the registration marks and things on a portrait, technical now, I can get 2 sheets side by side. On the binder set sheets, I can only get 1. so the cost of production is much higher. And I wouldn't be able to stock sheets with holes and without. It's just, that would just be an absolute nightmare in terms of inventory control. So they were something that kind of happened, and they did die a little bit, and I've let them sit deliberately and not done anything else with them, because I wanted to focus on a few other areas. Christmas happened, like it does, and then I don't know where January's gone and the rest of February. It's all been a bit bonkers, really. So it's a not for now, but it's a not never. That makes sense? Hope that's okay. Anything else that I've missed? Let's just have a see. Let's have a look. Yeah, yeah, done that one. Okay. Right. So think about that. So yeah, kind of 1 hour and 5 minutes. It is 1:55. The shop is due to open in 5 minutes. So I need to go and do that. And then I'm going to have a quick scan through this and upload it. Probably sort out the lighting over here because it's very, very bright. But yeah, I hope that's been okay. Well, even if you've watched to the end, congratulations. In all seriousness, well done. But yeah, I know that there's quite a few of you who will be at like the Leeds Planner Meet in a week or so, and then Plansterdam in May. I'm so excited for it. And those are the things that I'm really, really looking forward to this year, definitely, is seeing more planner meetups and events and things, and getting to meet people in person. Because online's great, but the face-to-face bit, like I said, what we see online, how real is it? We always have to question that. So I was just checking if the postman was there because I thought I saw something out the window. And I think, yeah, if there's anything that I would encourage people to do, it's to be real and be authentic. And yeah, and if you don't know who you are and what that is and what that means to you, then take some time and find out, because it's a good process. Painful at times, but good, definitely good. Anyway, happy birthday to the shop for tomorrow. And I'm just going to finish up because there's a card over there I just want to show you, which was sent to me by the very, very lovely Maisie Archer. EllieBeth Designs, I think she is. And it says 1, and it's a little fairy. It's really cute, and I just thought that was lovely. And she's put down, congratulations on 1 year of designing and creating beautiful stickers. Here's to many more years of EllieBeth Designs UK goodies. And I'm very, very jealous of her R's in joined up writing because they're really beautiful. Look at that. See how nice they are. Oh, I need to learn to write properly. Anyway. So yes, so thank you for that. And I hope that you all enjoy the birthday celebrations and the things that are going on this week. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for being part of it. It means so much to me to be able to share and to brighten up people's days. You know, my tagline is gorgeous and functional stickers to brighten up every day, and I hope that they do. So yes, you lot certainly brighten up my day. I mean that. Anyway, next time you see me, it'll probably just be the hands. So I'm going to say bye for now, and yeah, have a fab day. Bye. I missed a question. It was about, I've done the sticking a sticker down straight bit, but there was also a question from Lisa about what does my husband think of my planner and being crazy about planning. To which his stock answer is, all women are crazy, you're just slightly crazier than most, but you're organised about it. So there you go. In all seriousness, he's really supportive. He actually packs every order. He's the one that puts the stickers in the bag, puts the label on the outside and sticks them into the envelope and seals them. He's the one that does that. I will pull the orders and collate them, but he actually packs them. As I've said, he also has done some of the designs and things. he's run cutters for me. Yeah, he does keep asking me when he can, you know, pack up work and come and work for me. I keep telling him never, because I wouldn't want him as an employee. But yeah, sorry, Luke. But no, he's incredibly supportive, and I think with anything, you know, we're a team, the two of us. Although I see it as, yes, it's my business, it would not be as it is without him as well. So at the end of the day, he's the one that said, yes, you can buy your first portrait, and he's always encouraged me and supported me in it. So yeah, but he does think that all women are crazy.